How are you doing? My name is Kruse with Dixie RV Superstores in Hammond, Louisiana, and I am proud to introduce Jane Fairley, District Sales Manager for American Coach. Today we're going to talk about the American Tradition 45A. American Coach for their 2016 line has come out with an amazing product, and I am so happy to have Jane here to talk about some of the changes that were made for 16. I toss it on over to you, Jane.
Well, thank you, Clay. First of all, we're very excited to be here at Dixie today, and also to let you know that this is the 25th anniversary this year of American Coach. We've been building American Tradition for a long time. It's one of our flagship products, and we made some really nice changes to this product for 2016 that I'd like to share with you.
Awesome. Well, let's go take a look.
All right.
So Jane, I see that the paint looks a little bit different on this coach. Can you tell me a little bit about the changes that were made as far as the paint that you use and how the process has changed?
Absolutely. The Tradition has always had an absolutely gorgeous exterior on it, and it's even more so for 2016. One of the things that we changed on the outside, of course, is our outside graphics package for this year. But the paint is also different. Our mother company that owns Fleetwood and American Coach, a lot of our brands use the Sickens brand paint. So for 2016, we've gone to Sickens brand paint on the exterior of the coach, just to help add to that more luxurious exterior look our customers are looking for. In addition to that, we've also done some nice things with the entry step. This year for 2016, we've added the same entry step that we use on our American Eagle product to give it even a nicer home feel when you walk on the inside of the coach. And two other big things on the outside of the coach. Number one, I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's absolutely gorgeous at night, is we do have an option for ground effects lighting this year in the 2016 Tradition. And that's like a kind of a purplish blue color light that goes on the bottom part of the coach. It's operated from a switch on the front dash area, and it just really lightens up this whole area out here and makes you something to be proud of when you're at a campground with when your customers at a campground. In addition to that, probably one of the biggest things that we've done on the Tradition, and this was a running design change for 2016, is we've added the Ultra Steer B Series to this coach.
Really?
What that does is it improves ride and handling in the coach, but more so maneuverability for those tight campground situations. Essentially, your rear tag axle follows along the same path as your front wheels do, the front axle. So what that allows you to do is to reduce tire scrub, and it also, in speeds under 20 miles an hour, allows those wheels to follow and to really just maneuver a lot better in those tight campground situations.
So Jane, I understand you've made a lot of great changes in the American Coach product, but I do have a very, very important question for you.
Okay.
Most of my customers, the first thing they ask me is, what side is your DEF tank on? Because that has become a major deal. Please tell me you've moved that tank.
We have moved it on our 45-foot floor plans for Tradition for 2016, which is something we're going to talk a little bit more on the outside about. The fact that we do now offer 45-foot floor plans in the Tradition is a pretty exciting thing and something that our customers have been asking for some time. So the great thing about moving that DEF tank over there, because you do have a dual fuel fill on here, you can fill up from either side if you pull into a fuel island. But you're right, that's something customers have been telling us, that it makes it, their natural tendency is to pull in to be on the right-hand side of that fuel island.
Yep.
And as such, they prefer to have their DEF tank on that side of the coach. And that is something we were able to change in the 2016 American Tradition.
Well, I tell you what, I'm very, very excited. I cannot wait to see the inside. Why don't we go take a look and you can tell me some about that?
Let's do that.
All right. One of the things I've always liked about the Tradition is that they've seemed to put the air and hydraulic leveling feature in with their coach. Did you continue that for 2016?
Absolutely. When you're talking about an American coach, our customers at American Coach are very loyal buyers, and as such, they come to expect certain features in their coach. And so if you happen to take a look at what options are even available in the 2016 Tradition, there aren't a whole lot of options. Almost everything is built in as a standard on this coach. So whereas a lot of other manufacturers put things like dual leveling, which is both air and hydraulic leveling for the coach, they put it in there as an option, we put that in it as a standard feature in our coach. And what that's going to do is that's just going to help your resale value later on, keep those resale values up for trading in later on.
Well, that sounds awesome. Well, one other thing I wanted to ask you about was, you know, in the front of these big coaches, you gotta love all these big windows. But if you don't feel like running the generator to keep these house air conditioners on, how can you really keep yourself cool up here?
That's a good point. That's a good point, especially here in the South. We live in Louisiana right here, right? So the great thing about the cockpit of the Tradition for this year is two things. Number one, these are the new blinds we put in for 2016. These are called Fiji blinds. It's almost like a grass cloth, but really changes up the inside look of the coach. Rather than just having a black blind and a brown blind, or this just really gives some texture to the front part of the coach. And that's, by the way, that's throughout the entire motorhome. So you'll have shades and blinds throughout the whole coach. But the biggest thing that we do that nobody else in the entire RV industry does is that we put on a special dash air conditioning on the front of our coach called SGM dash air conditioning. What that means to our customer is, whereas the industry standard is between about a 13,500 and 17,000 BTU output for your front dash air, this has 34,000 BTUs of dash air. That's just in your dash. Don't forget, you still have 15,000 roof air conditioners up on top of here. So really what you have is about 70,000 BTUs of cold air available in the Tradition for 2016.
So really what you're saying is I have a 45-foot refrigerator.
Absolutely. Keep it nice and cool inside.
Well, now that you've really got me tempted here, you had mentioned earlier about 45-foot floor plans and possible engine options. Can you elaborate a little bit further on that?
Sure, yeah. For 2016, we have 4 floor plans available in the Tradition. 2 of those are 42-foot models. 2 of those are 45-foot models. And really what we found with our American Coach owners is that now, since we've gone to roof-mounted awnings on the Tradition as standard, we have things that you normally find on the next level up, like the pneumatic air latches for the avionics entry door. We talked about the dual leveling, but also standard on this coach is the Silverleaf engine monitoring system and the tire pressure monitoring system. Those things all come standard on this coach. So now that you can get those same things in a Tradition, our customers have come to us and said, hey, why not offer a 45-foot American Tradition? So they asked for it, and now we've given it to them for 2016. This floor plan is one of the hottest floor plans we have right now. This is called the 45A. And the beauty of this floor plan, you're really going to see in the back in a minute, because the shower in here is absolutely huge. But in the living area, what it gives you is it gives you nice opposing seating, because a lot of our coaches love to entertain. Our customers love to entertain in their coach. So you get 2 full-size sofas across from here. Both of these go down into beds. One's a hide-a-bed, one's a jackknife. And then the great thing is you have behind me a great big Sony TV back here that is operated. It goes up and down because sometimes you want to watch Mother Nature outside looking out your window, and sometimes you'd like to just watch TV. So rather than trying to put it on a wall that is going to be covered when a slide-out room comes in, we put it here in the center of the coach. So even if you're driving down the highway and you're laying on the sofa and you want to watch TV, you can do it with no obstruction.
Wow, I am really impressed, especially with the amount of room that you have in this coach. As a matter of fact, the full wall slide design that you guys incorporate is just it offers so much extra space than anything else out there.
It does. You know, typically when I'm talking to customers and we walk inside the American Coach product, the first words out of their mouth are, wow, it's huge inside of here. There's a lot of livability inside of our coaches. And like I said earlier, a lot of our customers like to entertain. They like to have guests come over at their night, maybe have a cocktail, just get together and have some friendship. So the great thing about an American Coach is you can entertain more people inside of an American Coach because of our full wall slide. It gives you the most interior living space of any coach in the industry. And the great thing, I missed a little bit earlier talking about with the 45-foot motorhome, that also jumps you up to a beefy 600 horsepower Cummins engine with 1,950 foot-pounds of torque.
Wow. Well, I guess you'll be the biggest boy on the block if you grab this one. Well, then let me ask you this, because you know it's commonly known the more space you have when the slides are out, the less space you have when they're in.
Right.
You know, I mean, am I able to get to the restroom?
Absolutely. In fact, before we started taping this morning, I came out in this coach and all the slides were in. And that's one of the things that I noticed is they probably have a good 2.5 feet of walk space between these sofas to get you back to that midship bathroom so you can use the restroom while you are going down the highway as well. Everything is perfectly usable as you're going down the highway.
Oh, well, that is absolutely awesome. Well, why don't we head on back a little bit further and maybe you could tell me a little bit more about this product.
Sure, and as we walk back through here, take a look at this beautiful, we call this a tile carpet inlay. One of the things that we do at American Coach that you're going to notice is that a lot of our coaches are very neutral patterns inside, and we do that for a reason. We don't want to dictate to our customer, and I'm a woman and I'm going to tell you, I don't want you dictating to me how I have to decorate my home. And so that's why we make these coaches with neutrality in mind. You can put black, burgundy, royal blue, green, whatever color you want to put in here, and it's going to go beautifully and look gorgeous inside this coach.
Wow. Well, I mean, it looks like you can pretty much cater to every need.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, and you know, one of the unique things that I have always liked about the American Coach is the fact that everything seems to be a little lower.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I've had to buy more than my share of step stools for my customers to get to their cabinets and so on and so forth. Whereas with the American Coach, I don't seem to have to do that as much, which is kind of makes me happy.
That's true. And speaking of cabinets, did you notice how these are nice and shiny and glossy?
Yes. I mean, this is something that's totally caught me off guard. It was, I didn't know what to think when I walked in. I just knew that I liked it.
Yeah. This is our chestnut wood, and in the tradition for 2016, you can either elect to do this high gloss wood, which is a little bit shinier, or you can do a satin wood, so it's just a different finish on the wood, so it's not as bright and shiny. But there's 3 different wood choices. This is our medium wood choice. We have a lighter one called Toffee and a darker one called Rich Caramel as well. And since we're talking about cabinets, let's kind of go up one more level and talk about the ceiling. One of the things we did for this year was, in all American Coach products, is that we redesigned our air conditioning system for our roof. So how many times have you heard customers say they've been driving down the road in Louisiana in the summertime with their slide out rooms in, and they have their air conditioners going full blast, and they're sweating bullets inside the coach? You've heard it, right?
Absolutely.
I've heard it myself. So one of the things that we've done this year is we've redesigned this whole roof air conditioning system. So that means all of the outflow, the cold air, comes out right down the center part of the coach. And then right up there in the front part over the driver cockpit, you have one vent that's right in the center that just throws out a lot of cool air to cool down that whole cockpit area of the coach. But the great thing is when those slide out rooms come in, the vents that are on the sides over here, that's the return air. So when those slide out rooms come in, all that cold air is dumping into that open space, not coming down and hitting the top of those slide out room boxes.
Well, it definitely sounds to me like you guys put your ducks in a row this time.
Sure did.
Let's go ahead and keep on heading back.
Beautiful bedroom area, isn't it?
is this the king size memory foam mattress?
This is a king size memory foam mattress for sure. Yep. So, so king size, plenty of sleep space. What I love, and again, I talk a lot on behalf of the woman because I am a woman and I would buy this coach. The great thing about this is this whole bedroom area is just very welcoming. It's very calming. And in addition to that, you have windows that open on both sides of the bed. So you can get some nice cross ventilation if it happens to be a nicer night that you don't have to have the air conditioners on. This coach has all multiplex switches in it. One of the things I love is that as we get older, our eyesight does not get any better. And so on these switches, these are nice big switches that you can really see halfway across the coach. Many of our competitors use tiny little buttons that are very difficult to read, even when you're right up on top of them. And on this multiplex panel, anything that's lit up in blue is currently active. So if you turn something off, it will turn white to let you know that, hey, you just turned it off. In addition to that, one of my big things, ceiling fan in the bedroom. I love that. At home, at night, I sleep with a ceiling fan above my bed. I wouldn't expect anything less in my RV, so we include that in the 2016 tradition.
All right, well, Jane, look, I've wasted enough of your time with all this area. I'm finally gonna let you get to the part that you have wanted to talk about the entire time. Miss Jane, the floor is yours.
Come on back into the bathroom area. What I love about this area is I like to go to the spa. And when I see this shower, it just screams spa to me. In the 45-foot models, we do a full tile shower inside of here. And what I love about this is, especially being a lady, you have a nice big bench that's built in that's also all tiled. And it's nice and wide for our older customers so that they can sit down while they shower. But as a lady, a place to put your legs up to shave your legs while you're in the shower is very important. And isn't it just gorgeous?
It is.
Inside of here, it has the rain shower head that comes up from the, comes down from the rooftop area, and just gives you one of the biggest showers that's out there in the industry today.
Oh, it looks like a place that my wife might not want to leave. Glad we got the Aqua Hot system.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, I have to tell you, I am thoroughly impressed with the product and what American Coach has put out this year. I cannot wait to see the other floor plans as they arrive, and I know that my customers can't wait. I know that I have plenty of customers to call on this. Well, Jane, I want to thank you so much for coming down to Hammond and visiting with us and showing us this beautiful coach. I know I'm going to have plenty of customers that are just going to be in love and they're going to be happy on the road with this camper.
Great. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure being here today.
Thank you. As always, you know that all of our new and 2-year-old pre-owned coaches come with our limited lifetime warranty, which is, of course, no cost to you. If you want further information, you can go to our website at www.dixierv.com, or you can call us at 1-888-DIXIE-RV, or you can come by and visit us at 10241 Destination Drive in Hammond, Louisiana. And I would like to ask you, if you could you please leave us a comment on this video? Let us know what you think. We always love feedback, whether it be good or bad. My name is Kruse. Thank you so much for watching, and allow myself and Dixie RV to help you retire one weekend at a time.
Thank you.